Welcome back, everyone. I know that it's been a moment. I was on a hiatus for a while, but I am back, and tonight I am back with a very interesting person. He is a artistic director and also an actor. Please help me welcome Bendang Walling. Hey, Bendang.
Hi.
It is so nice to have you here on my show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I know that, it's been a moment. You're also super busy. So how are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, feeling good. Nice to be with you. And then let's see how it goes.
I just have to begin with the dreams and chaos. I love the whole show. Honestly, I love that.
Thank you so much. On behalf of the whole production team.
I want to talk a little bit about Dreams and Chaos. So you were the one who directed it, of course. Yeah. So how did you feel directing such a big series like that?
Right now, like when we started, it was such a very humble beginning for all of us, starting from me and the whole production team, and then even us also. We never expected that Dreams and Chaos would be, loved and respected by most of our people, and then even outside of our state also. So after getting the response, after getting the love and respect from others, I feel so excited that I was also a part of the Dreams and Chaos, and then not only me, but I think all of our production team, we are so excited that we have done this very project.
I was watching one of your interviews in the Untold TV, and you were mentioning that when the first episode of Dreams and Chaos was released on YouTube, you were not expecting to reach 100K. Do you still have the moment with you that still in shock?
Just as I have said, it was such a humble beginning, and then our main motive was to spread the gospel, since it's under the banner of Dimapur our Baptist Church, and then under the youth ministry, and then the main target was to reach out to the people, but as I've said earlier also, we never expected we won't be able to get even 1 or 2K also. But when we work with our Almighty God, mysterious things happens in our life.
Truly. I actually have not watched season 1 of Dreams and Chaos, but season 2, I watched it, the whole episode. And how did it feel working with the whole cast of season 2?
Yes, the whole cast and the production team, we have known each other for quite a long years, because everyone is a product of Dimapur, our Baptist youth ministry, and then under our Dimapur Baptist Church we have Ed Fellowship, and then we have been given workshops also, and then through that we know each other from before, and then. But at the same time, working in a web series, obviously it feels so excited. Everyone is so excited, and then it's always a warm feeling to work around with them, because these people, they know what they have to do, and then they are very clear that their objective of coming to Mokokchung and then shooting over there also, and then even I've learned a lot from them. And then I do hope and pray that even they've learned a lot from this very web series.
I'm sure that you guys had an amazing time working together at the same time.
Yes, very true.
All right. I want to talk about your early years of acting. When did you start acting?
Okay. We are so lucky that right from our childhood, the church, under the platform of the church, we are used to, they give us space to explore our skills and talents from the Sunday school days. I think even you're well connected to it also. So Sunday school plays a very big important role for each and every one of us in our Naga society. And then it's a platform where even our Sunday school teachers also, they really finds a way for the children to express themselves. And then that is how I started my acting right from my childhood days, right from Sunday school days. Yeah.
So I was having a look at your portfolio a few minutes ago, and it was mentioned that you started in Sunday school with the role of Jesus. Was that right?
Yeah, I was such a small Jesus. And then,
oh my goodness.
I think it was during my class, maybe 2 or 3, maybe, yeah. And then that time we really don't know, like we have just heard in the stories, and then we really could not connect like what Jesus is really that very point of time, but playing such a massive role during my class 2-3 years. Right now, if I think it's such a big accomplishment, playing the role of a Jesus Christ right from class 2 or 3 and all in our Sunday school days.
And then soon after that, you were also offered the role of Nukshi, right? Nukshi.
yes.
By Bendang. And so tell me all about that, like the transition from playing Jesus in Sunday school to now being offered the role of, Nukshi. How did that transition start, or how did that make you feel anyway?
Yeah, as I've shared with you, starting from the Sunday school days, now I was being molded by my Sunday school teachers, and then they really guided me that, Bendang, I think you are interested in such kind of drama, acting and all. So it keeps on I started to give more interest in drama and acting and all. And then after I reached, like during my college days also, I was so active in the youth service. And then I during that very time, this very director, Okutamjan, he was the treasurer or advisor of one of the fellowship of Daba. And then I think he saw me in some of the dramas that we had done during in our youth service days and all. So after that, he called me up one day. I think that was in my BA second year. Yes, BA second year time. BA second year or third year, I forgot. Yes. So he called me up and then he told me that I want to play this very role of Nakshi. And then he said to me that it's a very simple line story where your stepmother will torture you a lot, and then after that, at the end, you will die. So I was like, okay.
That was
so I was too excited because that was my first venture into the film. Yeah, first venture into the film world. So yeah, we did that, and then the rest. And then during the shooting, yeah, we really had a good time, and it was such a nice experience also. And then I can clearly remember also, like I was the main lead role of that very film. And then after the shooting was over, I got as a payment, I think I got around some money, and then I directly went to Jack and Jill over there in Hong Kong market, and then the payment which I got, I spent everything on I think Adidas or Puma shoe. Yeah.
Your first earning, oh my gosh.
My first earning. I think I got around 2,000 something. Yeah.
That is a lot for your first, I suppose.
That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot.
You receiving the role of Nukshi was your turning point in your career, right? But why do you think that it became your turning point when you got the role of Nukshi?
Yeah, that very time, that very moment, I didn't knew that it could be such a turning point in my life. But after the shooting was over, now I was forced by the director to attend a theatre workshop organized by National School of Drama, New Delhi. So, yes, and then I didn't want to go, but just to please the director, my uncle Tamjin Poman, I went to that very workshop, and then that really workshop, it really changed the whole perspective of what I want to be in life, and then the kind of talent or the gift that I had, I really it was a realization point for me that okay, this is my call, and then this is what God has given to me, and then I believe that I should have to make use of it, and then make an earning out of it, and then spread love and respect through this very art. So yes, that was my journey. And then after that, why I said it again, it's a turning point, because while we were filming that very production, I never knew that I would get such love and respect from the people around, because in 2019, before I came back from Delhi for the winter vacation, the film was already released in Nagaland. Yeah. So like after I came, like in every, like wherever I go, people were like staring at me, like they were going to eat me up. So I was like, what is this? Okay. And then
all of a sudden you were like, why is everybody looking at you?
yes. And then there's a moment also where I was in an auto, and then that very auto driver was a Sema guy. So he was saying to me like, I think I've seen you somewhere. So I was like, I don't know, like where have you seen me and all. So he was saying to me like, did you act in a film? So I was like, yes. And then he was like, are you the Nakshima? Okay. So I was like, oh yes. I did it. Yeah, I did a very well. And then he was so excited to meet me up. And then after I reached my destination also, he was like, I gave the fare to him, and he was like, no, he's not going to take the fare also. Like I was like, wow, what is this? Yeah. And then I think I during that time I thought like, okay, I think this is the way even the celebrities, they live a life, like when people really love your character, they really admire you, they really love you, they really respect you. And then through that film, I got certain kind of recognition in our state. In our state also. Like I thought like only the Mokokchung area people will know, but like even I think Kohima, Zanapator, like in many of the districts, people started to recognize me through that very film. And then, that's my journey so far during that time, the starting phase of my life.
Yeah, you were mentioning that it was your calling and you responded to it. So here we are. I think that responding to your calling in whatever things that you want to do is really important, and everybody needs to listen. And you did that. You responded to your calling. Very true. And then I always thank God, and then I always praise God for it, because it's because of Him only that I'm here today. It's because of the gift that He has given to me I'm here today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that we all need to give thanks to God in whatever things that we do also, because I feel that having faith and hope also leads you from one journey to another also. Bendang, I want to ask about the plays that you have directed. You have directed so many plays. How does that make you feel? I mean, how do you even direct a play?
I was there in National School of Drama for 3 years. I did my professional course over there, and then the kind of resources and luxury that we had in National School of Drama New Delhi, we cannot bring back over here in our state, because we have very limited resources. But with the very limited resources that we have over here in our state, maybe in the coming years, maybe after 5-10 years, we might, after the recognition by our state government, maybe we might have the resources. But for now, with the little resources that we had, yeah, even me, like I was just running with the, I was just going with the flow. Like I never thought like I will make 15, 20, 30 plays in my life, but I was just going with the flow. And then yeah, that is how, yeah, maybe I think even me, I forgot, but maybe around more than 10 to 15 plays that I've directed so far. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that is
then
a lot.
It feels so amazing that, yeah, that is a lot.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I mean, using the little resources that you have to create something, to bring your creations to life is a huge thing, Bendang. So I give you thumbs up for that, honestly, because we don't have as much as resources as we need, or let alone actors or payments and so forth. So using the resources that you had at that moment to direct plays and so forth was a huge thing. You should feel proud of yourself, of your achievements.
Thank you so much.
You've also I was having a look at your portfolio and I was really, really impressed, to be honest. You also made a debut in Bollywood alongside the late Sushant Singh Rajput. Oh my god, I did not know that, honestly. That is a huge thing for you. How was it working with our late Sushant Singh Rajput?
Yeah, in that very particular film, I was not fortunate enough to be in a scene where he was. Yeah, so I never met him also, like during the shoot in Mumbai, because it was it was just a one day shoot for me. But I did my co-actor was the main villain of that very film.
I mean, at least you got to work in the same film as him, in the same, movie.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I wish that you could have met him.
Yeah.
He was an amazing person. But how did you get the role in the movie, in the Bollywood movie?
Yeah, okay. I think that very time I was in Delhi for a production, and then that very production we were about to leave for Shanghai, Beijing and all in National School of Drama. So I think during that time I gave an audition because the people in Mumbai, like the production houses in Mumbai, they have our number in many of the production houses. So since like we are a graduate of National School of Drama and then we are an actor, like professional actor, so they always used to, I don't know from where they get our numbers, but they used to have our numbers. So that is how I got a call from them, and then they told me to audition for a certain role. Yes, I just remembered, yes, I was in Dimapur that very time. So I did my audition, and then 2 or 3 of my friends, they helped me in the audition, like somebody has to be there to be the camera person. So like we did in one of my friends' place, and then I that's how I got this very role. Even me, I was so excited to be like to be a part of that very production, and then but
it must
at
have
the
made
same
you
time
feel
also,
really happy.
so like and the shooting hours was like from 6 p.m. to morning 6 a.m.
Oh,
they are so professional.
A long shoot, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's how usually actors live off, like shooting 6 p.m.,
Yes,
6 a.m., stuff like that.
Yeah. Now now I'm getting to know more clearly, like how to be more professional in the film world also. Yes.
I'm glad that you got such a role in Bollywood. It must have been one of your biggest roles, I suppose. Do you feel that way?
It's a very big project. It's a very big project. That's it. But for now, according to the kind of when we talk about role as an actor, I think maybe in this very year or like maybe you might see me in a very more bigger role than that. Yes.
Yes. I really like
Yeah,
what
but
you
I'm
just
so
said.
glad. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm so glad with the opportunity that I got during that time, and then I'm looking forward for more opportunities in life also. Yes.
Of course, I'm sure that you will receive more amazing opportunities along the way. Just make sure that you're working again and again. And then I want to ask you, as an actor, in the early years of you starting acting, what kind of difficulties did you face?
See, till now the concept of acting in our state is all about hobby. So it was just a hobby only that very particular time, because the concept of acting as a profession, it was still not yet there. So even now also it's in a very nascent stage. But during the time it was just, everything was just a hobby only. Like you do it with your friends together, and then with the practice session, everything, you feel so good with your friends around. And then during that very particular time there was no mobile phone also, so your only option was to be with your friends. During our time, so our only option was to be to be happy was when you are spending time with your friends. So
Truly.
during the Sunday school days, we did a lot of dramas. And then after that, when I entered higher secondary and college, I think during that time, maybe for a period of time I stopped acting, because people started to comment like, oh, sabi jokodo jaye tamasha hota hila to jaye. And then people started to comment us as a joker only, like the tamasha guy. And then so I think that very time, even me, I was such a young age, so I thought like, okay, in order to maintain my prestige, I think I should not act, but rather, I should try for singing. Again, I went to singing once.
Singing, wow. So
and then, but
how did you get out of that situation? People talking about you.
See, I think most of my friends will agree to me that even me also, like I was very smart. I was very smart in talking, and then it was very hard for many people to insult me also, because I was the one more insulting them because of my uncontrolled mouth.
Oh my, okay.
I was very smart, like in order to cut their words and then to give them back what you have asked to me. So but I think the transition was during that time, and then we become conscious about we become conscious about many things. And then I thought like I would take a break from acting, and then I took that very break. But I don't know, but I always believe that when there is a certain call in you, and then when there is a certain gift, and then or a talent that is being rooted inside you, however, whatever you want to get far away from them, so it's very difficult. Because that's in you, that's your I don't know how to say, but that's your DNA. And then it keeps on calling you back, and then when we listen to that very call, honestly, God works in a very mysterious way. It's a miracle, when you hear that very call. So even me, that very particular point of time, I forgot, but again I came back into direction and acting, because that is where I found joy in my life. That is where I was being happy. So I do hope that even you will accept what I'm trying to say, is that when you try a way to run from happiness, then what is the use of to be alive in this world, right?
You gotta love what you do.
So that was
I'll just tell you one thing. I'm so glad that you never stopped acting. Because that's what you wanted to do for the rest of your life, and I'm glad that you just carried on with that. And look at where you are right now. So many achievements on your plate, on your belt. I'm glad you never give up.
Yes, very true.
You did your Masters of Dramatic Arts in Delhi, but during that time, I want to get a little bit more in depth on you, on why you decided to come back to Nagaland. There is a story behind that, isn't it?
Yes, very true, very true. After I went to Delhi, it was such a new place for me, new environment for me, and then the kind of upbringing that I had, and then the kind of thought that I had, I never thought that I'll be the capital of India. Yes, because even to go till up to Shillong or Guwahati was such a dream for me. So it's just like a magic realism. All of a sudden, I was there in the capital of a country, and then everything was very new for me. And then yes, I did struggle for the first 2 years in National School of Drama because there were many factors. On the third year, when I was about to pass out, I realized, I realized that I should be more dedicated, and then I should give everything of my life over here. So that very 1 year really changed my perspective. And then the first thing was that the environment really didn't click with me to stay over there in Delhi also. And then to go to Mumbai, I think that very concept didn't came in my mind also. But there was always a certain inner calling within me that Bendang, you should have to go back to Nagaland, and then you should start working with our people, because since you and your friend Yuto, you are the first NSDNs from Nagaland, so if you don't go back, then who is going to let our people know about this very beautiful and wonderful art? So that kept on haunting on me during my final years. And then I went to one of my very trusted professor, and then I shared with him about my confusion that sir, I really want to go back home, but again at the same time also my mind is saying that you should stay back in Delhi and then at least experience for some years, and then you decide whatever you have to do. So there was a very mixed decision within me. And then that very particular sir, he just told me that follow your heart.
But you went back anyways, and you went back.
No, it was during my final year, yeah. So he told me that follow your heart. So my heart wanted to come back to Nagaland, so I came.
You just followed your heart.
Yeah, I just followed my I think I believe that art is something where it's not only the skill and the technique, but art has something to do within yourself also. There is it's a very holistic approach. That is where your mind, your soul, and your heart it comes together, and then that forms an art. So I really wanted to make an art which has a holistic approach. So yeah, that's why I came back to Nagaland. But at the same time also, it doesn't mean that I don't go outside of Nagaland, because most of my work so far I've done is out of our state only.
So after you came back to Nagaland, what was the first project that you ever took up, if there are any?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. As I was about to pass out, the director of National School of Drama, Anuradha Kapoor, I was very close with her, and then even I deeply feel that even she loved and liked me a lot. And then it's not because of personal relationship also. It was a very proud day for National School of Drama, that even from Nagaland also 2 people are passing out, and then it's been it's a history by itself. So I went to the director, and then I told her that, ma'am, I really want to have a workshop with the orphanage children of Nagaland, and then that will be my first project after passing out from National School of Drama. So she really liked the concept of it, and then through NSD Extension Program Department, they gave me a workshop, and then I came back to Dimapur, and then I think we approached 4 orphanage homes in Dimapur, and then from 4 of the orphanage homes, some students came, and then we really had a wonderful time together in that very particular project. Yes, that was my first project with the orphanage home children of Dimapur.
It must have felt amazing because a first project, it must have felt special to you at the same time also.
Yeah, and then even for me also, it's a very special project for me, which I still, can't forget the memories of it. Yes.
I'm glad you do. Bendang, thank you so much for sharing your story with me. Last but not the least, you yourself know that there are so many aspiring individuals out there. Someone who wants to be an actor from Nagaland, somebody who wants to be a singer, and so forth. So is there any advice that you would like to give to them, to those aspiring individuals?
Those were the years that we didn't knew, they are acting school or drama school or film schools and all. But nowadays, you just have to type, you just have to go and type in the Google, and then everything is available over there. So it's my humble request, not an advice, to our people, is that if you're really interested into acting or direction or into film or into drama, there are institutions like National School of Drama, New Delhi. It's it's counted as one of the finest drama school in Asia also. And then there are film schools like Film and Television Institute of Pune, and then Satyajit Ray Film and Television Institute in Kolkata also. So for now, I would suggest these 3 very institutions. So if you don't keep just as a hobby. If you really want to venture out, please go for professional course, because whatever it is, until and unless if we don't go to a professional institute, our networking becomes in a very limited level only, and then the kind of perspective and thought about the very particular art, if we go to institution, it will really gives us a very broader perspective of what is happening in the world also. So it's my humble request to my brothers and sisters that instead of keeping your talent or your gift as a hobby, go for professional courses. That will help you a lot, and that is going to change our state also. The concept of our state will be definitely changed when the young people like you and me, if we take up professional course and then shine in whatever profession that we are doing. Skill is very important.
Truly. I hope that whoever is watching this feels inspired by your advice, Bendang. And thank you so much for coming to my show tonight. I just loved having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know that you will do amazing, so keep doing whatever that you have to do to hustle the hustle, and then keep inspiring the youth out there.